Have you ever had a big truck like this tell you to stop running your engine? Yeah, that's exactly what happened to this customer. He brought it in to us very concerned. So let's go ahead and check it out for him. It looks like it's got 111,000 miles on it, which is pretty young for these trucks. But let's see it. Loading up the dinosaur here. You can also call it diagnostic link, I guess. It actually is a very good program. It's the OEM stuff. I do use aftermarket like JPro and stuff like that, but when I have access to the OEM stuff, I just go ahead and do that. It's easier and just helps out some, I guess. In future videos, I will be showing you the cool features or an OEM stuff that you might be like, damn, I didn't know I could do that kind of stuff. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. The important modules are green, so let's go ahead and pull up the codes. We got a few codes here indicating that the intake pressures aren't good. That right away told me, okay, there's only a couple things that could cause that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the troubleshooting packet for this red one. And the reason I'm doing the troubleshooting packet just so I could see what is setting the code or what the engine is looking for in order for me to know how to test it once it's fixed. And you can see here the setting criteria. I went through that real quick, and I noticed that the first half of the troubleshooting package is just a visual inspection, which is, typical and normal. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And in this scenario, that was all that was needed. As you can see, this side of the engine is perfectly good, tight, no leaks anywhere. But when I went up to look at this intake box, that's when I found something very interesting. I noticed a little bit of soot here in the front of the engine, which usually means that there's an exhaust leak. Exhaust leak? I was like, how is an exhaust leak? Well, the EGR system. And some of you have already noticed what's actually wrong with this unit. But here, check it out. Now this was a shock, because I've seen clamps leak before, but this is going to be the first time I ever see something like this. Look at that vibration. Dang. So yep, look at that. You got a missing bolt up here, and not just one, but you're gonna have the other bolt missing too. So that's clearly gonna be the root cause for this issue. It's not that the EGR system failed, it's that somebody probably removed these when they were cleaning the Venturi tube and just decided not to put them back in. That's the kind of stuff we deal with sometimes, I guess. $3,000 cooler, $2 bolts, and we got everything we need. So let's get started. I am going to add that I did do a complete system regeneration and analysis after fixing this, just because we had a lot of NOx sensor codes and other issues, and I just wanted to make sure that it was all caused by this and not something that was going to come back into the shop the day later. And I will tell you that it all passed and it's all good to go, but keep on watching. The only mistake that I would fix is that I did not get the actual data of what the intake pressures were reading at before I did the repair. That is one thing that, in hindsight, I wish I would have gotten so that I can confirm 1,000% for everybody out here on the internet that's going to have some opinions that it's been fixed. But I guarantee you that it's been gone for a while now and it has not come back. A couple of zaps here and there, and we're making sure that this does not happen again. This could have been such an easy thing to prevent. You live, you learn, I guess. I let the customer know what happened, so maybe they can contact the blast maintenance shop and discuss it. I don't know, whatever needs to happen there. But here we got the coolant system full, and it's all looking good. So let's verify the repairs now. This here is saying that the pressure from the manifold needs to be within 1.5 psi of ambient pressure. So let me pull up those data pits here and make sure that everything's looking good, and it sure is looking good. But the engine's not running yet, so let's get it running and let's see how it looks. Perfect numbers right there. I really liking what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do a snap test on the throttle, make sure that it moves up and that it comes back to normal, and that's basically it. This job overall was about 2 hours of labor, half hour to go get parts, half hour for the diagnosis, and then an hour for the repair. Nothing crazy. It still was a very high bill for the customer. I really wish that the previous technician would have done a better job at doing this, and this would have never had to be done in the first place. But I took care of the customer, and he's very happy and ready to go back on the road. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Side note, here's a little extra for you guys, a couple of torque specs for those that want them. So there you go. See you next time.